Fear. It's a shadow that follows every one of us. From the boardroom to the battlefield, fear is always present, lurking in the background, silently dictating our every move. But what if I told you that fear could be conquered, not by denying it, but by facing it, head-on, with the strength that lies within you? Today, we're diving into how Stoicism teaches us to conquer fear and uncover our true strength. By the end of this video, you'll learn how ancient wisdom can help you silence the fears that hold you back, and unlock the power you never knew you had. Stick with me as we explore how you can turn fear into your greatest ally and find a path to inner strength, guided by the timeless insights of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Ready to step out of the shadows and into your own power? 1. Understanding fear. Fear is not the enemy. It's a signal. The Stoics understood this deeply. Fear is a reaction, an instinctual warning that danger may be near. But here's the thing. Most of the fears we face in modern life aren't life-threatening. They're psychological, born from overthinking, social anxieties, and a misunderstanding of what truly matters. According to Marcus Aurelius, fear is often more damaging than the thing we fear itself. In his Meditations, he wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." The Stoics remind us that fear is not to be avoided. It is to be studied, understood, and ultimately mastered. What are you afraid of? Failing at work? Losing a relationship? These fears are not about the events themselves, but about the perceptions we attach to them. Stoicism teaches us to question these perceptions and recognize that most fears are illusions of the mind. 2. Fear as an opportunity for growth. Fear is a tool, not a trap. The Stoics saw fear as a challenge, a signal for growth and self-mastery. Seneca famously said, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man." This isn't just a message about death. It's about every fear that limits our potential. To live a courageous life, we must face what frightens us, not avoid it. Think about it. Every fear presents an opportunity. When you avoid difficult conversations, you rob yourself of the chance to become better at communication. When you shy away from taking risks, you forfeit the opportunity to grow. Every time fear arises, it signals a chance to overcome something. What if, instead of running from fear, you could use it as a stepping stone to greater strength? 3. Building resilience through fear. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote embodies the Stoic belief that obstacles, including fear, are not roadblocks but pathways to resilience. Fear is not a barrier, it's a teacher. To conquer fear, Stoicism encourages us to embrace discomfort. This doesn't mean you need to dive into life-threatening situations, but it does mean facing the small, daily fears that prevent you from living fully. Whether it's speaking up for yourself, making a difficult decision, or stepping out of your comfort zone, each time you confront fear, you build resilience. Over time, the small acts of courage accumulate, and you become more capable of facing bigger challenges without flinching. 4. Daily practices to conquer fear. Here's where Stoicism truly shines: practical wisdom. It's one thing to understand fear on a theoretical level, but it's another to apply that wisdom in daily life. The Stoics developed several practices to face and overcome fear. Let's dive into a few of the most effective techniques that you can incorporate into your life today. 1. Negative visualization. Premeditatio malorum. The Stoics believed in preparing for the worst. By visualizing worst-case scenarios, you strip fear of its power. Imagine what you're most afraid of, accept that it may happen, and think about how you would handle it. Paradoxically, when you make peace with the worst, fear loses its grip on you. 2. Voluntary discomfort. This is about stepping into discomfort regularly. Seneca practiced this by fasting or exposing himself to poverty for short periods. It trains the mind to handle difficult situations with ease, and reduces the fear of losing material comforts. 3. The dichotomy of control. This core Stoic practice involves recognizing what is within your control and what is not. Fear often arises from trying to control things we cannot. When you let go of what's beyond your control and focus on your actions and reactions, fear naturally dissipates. 4. Self-reflection. Daily review. Marcus Aurelius regularly reflected on his thoughts and actions. Ask yourself each day, what did I fear today? Why? Journaling your fears can help you observe patterns and develop strategies to overcome them. 5. Real strength emerges from vulnerability. Strength isn't about being invincible or fearless. The Stoics teach us that true strength lies in accepting our fears and vulnerabilities and working through them with intention. Seneca observed, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. By facing our fears, we come closer to our truest selves, and we discover the strength that has always been within us. Vulnerability doesn't weaken us. It reveals the depth of our resilience. When we embrace the fears that hold us back, we uncover the profound power of living authentically, without the masks we wear to protect ourselves from fear of judgment or failure. 6. Embracing mortality, the ultimate fear. One of the most significant fears we all face is death. Epictetus said, "It is impossible that happiness and yearning for what is not present should ever be united." We fear death because it represents the unknown, but it also represents an attachment to things beyond our control. The Stoics taught that by accepting death, we become free. Life becomes more meaningful when we realize its brevity. When we stop fearing the end, we can finally begin living fully. By meditating on our mortality, we recognize that every moment is precious. This transforms fear from a paralyzing force into a motivator for living intentionally, with purpose. Fear of death, in the Stoic worldview, is a waste of time. It's inevitable, and therefore not worth fearing. 7. Practical wisdom. What you can do today. Now that we've explored the Stoic understanding of fear, let's bring this wisdom into your daily life. The next time you feel fear creeping in, remember these key points. Question your fear. Is it rational, or is it a projection of your thoughts? Visualize the worst-case scenario. Prepare mentally so you can handle it with strength. Step into discomfort. Challenge yourself daily with small acts of courage. Focus on what you can control. Let go of the uncontrollable and take action where you can. Reflect. Journaling helps you track your progress and recognize patterns in your fears. Fear is inevitable, but suffering because of fear is optional. Each moment of fear is a chance to practice courage and grow stronger. So, how will you face your fears? Will you let them dictate your life, or will you embrace them, learning to find your strength in their presence? The Stoic philosophers have given us the tools to face fear head-on. Now, it's up to you to apply these practices in your life and experience the profound transformation that comes from conquering your inner shadows. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom that can change the way you live. Take a moment to reflect on your fears today and, most importantly, start acting. Remember, the only thing more powerful than fear is your decision to face it.